Okay, so this is Kim. She's a coworker of mine, so you can say hello if you want.
Hello.
So basically, thank you one for meeting with me. I appreciate it. I know you're really busy.
No problem.
I have an idea. Well, yeah, it's an idea of a device that's my instead of forming a company or something like that, to help hearing impaired drivers is what I'm targeting. And basically, what it would be is a device that attaches to the steering wheel, like underneath the steering wheel, to detect within a 2 mile radius of any emergency vehicles coming, so that you could, be aware, slow down, pull over, whatever it is you need to, and it would like gently vibrate because hearing impaired, if it was sound alarm, you probably wouldn't be able to hear it because I'm hearing impaired. So it's something that like I was thinking about, but I feel like it can also be broader demographic because people are always on their phones talking to their kids or just getting distracted in general. So it doesn't have to necessarily be for hearing impaired. That's just kind of what I was gearing it towards. So with that being said, if this product were to exist in the future, would it be something you would be interested in or not really?
Yes, actually. I think that's actually a great idea. So, let me get this right. If any emergency vehicle was within 2 miles, it would just make the device shake the wheel and it would just pull over and kind of wait for it to come up.
Yes.
There's a lot of kids too that play music extremely loud in their cars. Because I remember in high school, I used to, ride with friends, and sometimes you cannot always hear emergency vehicles, and it happened to us before. So I think that would be, like we were just driving down the road one time, and I remember sirens going off, but his music, I think he had like 12s or whatever, speakers in the back, was like booming, and we could not like hear it at all.
Scary
It
though.
is scary.
You just never know, like if they're coming behind you and running you, or if you don't see their lights, like if it's in at noon, you're not gonna see the lights as clear as you would obviously at nighttime.
That's true. So I think it will actually work for like anyone, hearing impaired, teenagers, mom with kids in the car that's constantly loud. It's actually a great idea.
Yay! Most people always like when I say it, they're like, okay. So when I stated what it was, did you think of anything that was similar that's on the market today? Is there anything that you're aware of? I mean, I'm not sure that there is, but in other interviews I've had people like, oh, I have heard of such and such that's kind of along those lines.
Like something that's in a vehicle that would alert.
Yeah. I mean, because I know a lot of features nowadays,
like
alert different stuff though, like you're low on gas, or talking to you even when you don't need a GPS to get to work or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think there is, honestly. They do have cars now, I think, that are braking. Have
Yes.
you seen something like that? Like a car that would brake
when you're getting close.
When you're getting close up on someone. That's pretty cool too. I wonder if that is a feature that a company like a Ford or Mitsubishi or someone would purchase to actually install in a vehicle, or something that you would have to attach to the vehicle.
My product?
Your product.
It would probably be something you have to attach, because I feel like it would be hard to get the idea off the ground and then try and pitch it to a huge manufacturing company like that. But what my idea was, because I mean, I'm just starting out with it, but aside from getting like friends or family to test it out, was trying to get private hearing specialists, because I go to a hearing specialist every 6 months to get tested. So like, obviously it's a very small demographic, but it would be something that you could discuss with every patient or something. Not necessarily push, but when you go, you're always like, hearing aids or this or that. That would be another product they could have. But also, what I think would help reach to the non-hearing impaired would be if anyone has car insurance, if you got a discount or something, if you had this device. I think that would bring in more people. If it was a decent discount per month or whatever, that would help a lot of people save money, especially like families with like new 16-year-old drivers, because the insurance is already way higher because they're younger and they're more at risk. But aside from that, what other ideas would you suggest for marketing that would be good?
I don't know any other besides, like I said, mothers with children. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I just didn't think if anything came to your mind that I wasn't aware of.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. Like, is there a certain price range that if it got above that you would be like, no way, I'm not going to purchase this, it's just too expensive for the device it is?
Above $150 probably. But I guess when you think about it, especially if it was to get out there and it would knock insurance prices down, then yeah, anything above 150, I would probably be willing to pay for it.
Okay, so I'm hoping, I don't know, because I don't know, because obviously I need people to manufacture, you know, the wires, the design, all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much that would be for even just a prototype, but I was hoping to stay within $40 to $80 per device. But then again, who knows? I think that might be a lower number, but I personally wouldn't want to sell it to be more than $80 or $90, because that's expensive considering all these cars nowadays, like, they have all these things built in. You could just go and get a car that maybe has something similar already built in instead of attaching it. Like,
have you looked up anything online to see if they had anything like that available or anything similar? Any ideas?
Well, because when I first started the idea, I actually had it different. I had come up with the idea of some sort of detector in your radio to tell you when your music is too loud for sound frequency, because I'm half deaf, and sometimes I'll listen to my music because it's a really good song, and I want, you know, I'm not in the car alone, and it's my time, but sometimes I'll just forget, and I know it's not good on my hearing, so it would like detect the decibels that it is. But when I started doing interviews, a lot of people were turned off by the idea, only because it would just beep at you. It wouldn't automatically turn down your music. But people would see it more of an annoyance, because I mean, there was times where I think of it mentally, but I'm like, you know what? I really like the song. It's been a bad day. I'm still gonna listen to it kind of louder. So if it was beeping every like minute or something, that would kind of ruin it, you know. So I was like, okay, scratching that idea. So when I thought about this idea, I looked up and nothing really came up that said this is already like in you know, the works for 2018 model or whatever car or something. So as far as I know, no. But when I started seeing that the things that were breaking 40, like what you mentioned, I don't know if that's a feature that's also included. They just don't really talk about it. You know, like it's not something that would be that important or great to market. So that's the other thing by my saying that it would be for hearing impaired. I don't want people to be turned off or away because, well, I'm not hearing impaired, so that has nothing to do with me. I feel like you said, it would kind of, I just want to make sure that people that do have hearing disabilities, because I mean, I'm still, you know, legally able to drive, but at the same time, you know, we want to make sure you're cautious in other ways too, because I mean, not everything can you prevent as somebody who's hearing disabled. There was another question I had, I just don't remember what it was. Oh my goodness, there's something else I was going to say. My idea for the name would be Hear Wheel, but it wouldn't be H-E-I-R, it would be H-E-R-E, because it's like right there with you. So, what is your opinion on that? Because I feel like it's kind of like meh for name-wise. I don't know what can grab your attention with this.
Let's see. If we do... I don't know. We gotta think of something better. Hear Wheel's a good one because, you know, it's exactly what the product is, but...
I literally thought of it in like a couple of minutes.
It's alright.
I just don't know if that would necessarily grab your attention if you're like at an auto zone and you see it in like the steering wheel aisle.
I would definitely read up on it and be like, what's a Hear Wheel? Like, you know, what's that all about?
Yeah. But would you be willing to test it out?
I would definitely be willing to test it out, especially me having children and the idea they will be driving one day. You want to keep them safe, and it is a product that I would consider, and the fact that it will lower your car insurance.
That's like my main goal when it comes to like, I mean, if they're able to market it, especially like new customers, you know, to kind of sell that in with it, I think would be helpful to get it out, and not necessarily on a local level, but bigger, like regional or something.
I agree.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Kim, for meeting up with me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all your feedback.
You're welcome.
Thank you.